is it? Yeah, that's fine.
So it's a slightly off topic, but there's also another cliche that's often used. Once saved, always saved. Can you lose your salvation?
Can you lose your salvation? Okay. That's another one of those questions, like we were saying before, that really asks more questions than than just that one question. For at least when I hear it, I have a whole other set of questions that a lot of times when Jesus was talking to people like them goofball Pharisees and them guys like that who are always trying to pin him down on something like that, he wouldn't even answer their question. He would ask them a question. He would cut straight to the heart of the matter. And when I hear this one, once saved, always saved, is that true or is that false? I won't even answer that question. The question we should ask...
You're asking the wrong question to begin
with,
right?
Asking the wrong question. The question that I have when someone asks me that question is like, why do you want to know the answer to that question? Is there something in your life that you're worried about? That something that you have done? Is there some shortcoming in your relationship with the Father that you're worried you're going to lose your salvation? If there is, we should straighten that out, because that's not a good way to live. Yeah, that's not the full. You want to have a relationship with Him that is so close to where that question never pops into your brain. That's the true answer to that question. Can you lose your salvation? I don't even really want to answer that, because it's all about a relationship, and getting drawn into semantical arguments like that doesn't really bear any fruit, because people argue back and forth logically. And the thing is not a logical scientific statement, it's about love, man. It's like, if you love Him, He will take care of you no matter what. No matter how big of a screwball you are. But if we're trying to find the answer, like if someone kind of hopes in their heart that the answer is yes, you will never lose your salvation, then I would almost accuse them of having some kind of sin in the back of their mind that they really like. That they're kind of hoping that, okay, if I don't lose my salvation, then I can do this sin. And it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, that's not the goal. If you want to strive for a better relationship, okay? So I would have to follow the recipe that Jesus used and not even answer that question. I would just say, like, what's our malfunction that we're asking that question in the first place? So,
or it could also be a fear that
yeah.
You have to keep getting saved every day.
Sure, and that fear would be based in a relationship that was not yet mature, or a relationship that was like teased but never like really took hold. Because here's my experience.
You don't have to marry your wife every day.
Yeah, you don't have to marry her every day. I mean, yeah, walk up to your wife, honey, like, if we ever get divorced, you wouldn't take away my pickup truck, would you? She would have grounds to be worried about me, right? Like, why are you asking that question? I mean, she could say, well, no, I love you so much that even if we got divorced, I would let you keep your pickup truck. Oh, good, and then you run away. I mean, that's what we're saying with this question, right? Can we lose our salvation if we commit this sin? It's like, dude, I would... It's the exact same thing with asking your wife about the divorce. It's like, no, that shouldn't even be an option. It's funny to me, but yeah, I refuse to answer that question directly. I'm just going to ask that question like, what are we worried about?
Yeah, so just like, if somebody asks that, be like, so if you're married, like, when you, in your vows, like, did you ask if I could divorce you at some point?
Yeah, I mean, why would someone be asking this? Did you fall in love with somebody else? What did you do that I don't know about, right? And the thing is, He knows about everything, so you're not going to be getting away with anything anyways. So if the answer to the question, once saved, always saved, I ain't even answering that question. I'm going to say, whatever it is that you're worried about is something that we should ask Him to help us on. And our relationship with Him should be more hardcore, because like in my walk, I'll be a witness.
And then,
yep.
It's not about being saved.
Right.
It's about the relationship.
Yeah, it's like, that's the side issue.
So just ask them the question back.
Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with the Father? And then just like,
yep.
Leave it at that.
Yeah. And that's the correct way to do it, because like in my walk, it's been with that question never pops into my brain when I'm close to Him like this, right? Sometimes I wander kind of far away and I start doing my own thing again, and then I might have that question pop in the back of my head. Well, that's a symptom of a problem, and it's a problem that we need to address in the relationship. I need to get closer. I need to allow him to come closer to me. I need to not keep, kicking him out of my life or whatever I try to do, Now, in my experience, he's never let me go. I mean, he's got a hold of me, and even when I struggled and kicked and screamed like a little baby and tried to get away from him, he's never let me go. So my experience thus far is, no, he doesn't really let you go. He takes his side of the commitment in the marriage seriously, even if I don't sometimes. But that's as far as I'm going to answer that question, because I think the question is rooted in a malfunction even greater that must be addressed. There's a squirrel back there.
Squirrel.
It distracted me. I don't even remember what I was talking about now.